This podcast provides a platform that will share many different points of views that should empower you, uplift you, make you want to go out and do right. When you hear the term still a man, say, yes, I am. Still a man. Yes, I am. Still a man. Yes, I am. Let's go.
Disclaimer: the views and opinions in this video and comments on this podcast do not reflect or represent the views and opinions on this podcast platform.
What's up, people? Welcome to another episode of the Still a Man podcast. Now, we're in the last week of Black History Month, so we are going to close this month out strong. Now, like I said, this won't be the last discussion regarding matters that pertain to the Black community, because that's what we do here on the Still a Man platform. We discuss issues that are concerning and that mean something to us. All right? Now, let's get started. Tonight's topic, Black Pride. Now, back in 1966, 1968, and 1969, the incomparable, the legendary James Brown had like 3 songs that pertain to Black nationalism. Most notable of the songs, the most notable is entitled, this titled, Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud, and this song was released on August 1st, 1968. All right. That's what the world was about at that time. There was a Black movement. There was the civil rights movement. It was the desegregation stage. I mean, Black people was loving being Black. And that brings us to our discussion tonight. And we're going to get right to it. First question. Have Black people become both too proud and too loud? We're going to start with Kiana. Kiana?
No. How could we ever be too proud and too loud? We're only too loud and too proud to the people who don't care about us and to people who don't want to hear us, who think that we should, maybe speak when we're spoken to, don't look them directly in the eye, and get off the sidewalk when they're walking. But that will never happen. Those days are gone. Go to hell.
Loving it. Coming right out the gate. All right, Patsy. They say, well, inquiring minds want to know, has the Black race become too loud and too proud?
Oh, hell no. The prouder you are, the louder you're going to get.
Love it. Love it. Let's go to Robert next. Robert, we found our voice, and they want to know, has the Black race become too loud and too proud?
I might be confused. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you're embarrassed all the time, wouldn't you want to be quiet so no one will recognize you? So how are you too loud and too proud?
Amen to that.
Okay. All right. Timmy, are you with us?
Yeah.
All right. They say, has the Black race become both too loud and too proud? What do you say?
All I have to say is, think thank the Godfather of Soul who came up with that damn slogan. Cause when he came up with that song was it meant something. So you know when he said "Say it loud," I'm black and I'm proud. That's what it meant. And yeah, thank him for that. He and he sparked something, along with the Black Panthers and all the other black leaders at that time. He sparked something. That song was played at a lot of them rallies.
So I'm gonna say this, and don't nobody censor me, and don't nobody hate on me. It got it sparked a black movement, and it had people diddy bopping to their beliefs. And I ain't talking about the other Diddy. All right, Sean, thank you for joining us. Has the black race become too proud and too loud?
Um, uh, answer no. But I will do a pushback a little bit. I think we're super loud and proud in our ratchetness.
Yes, yes. Definitely. Sometimes we can tone it down. I just was talking to Duchess earlier about that. There is a gross level of misrepresentation of the black nation, and
Yeah, it
we
definitely is. It
I,
definitely is.
I'm beyond annoyed with all that ratchet television. It's just it doesn't represent us well.
And they don't have a problem with that though.
Exactly. Say it
Bird
again,
joined
because
us.
Yona.
because that
Say
keeps us
it
in our
again.
because that keeps us that's what they think of us.
All right. Good segue, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go to the second
We
question.
have Bird with us.
All right. Welcome, Bert.
You.
All right. So tonight we are discussing Black Pride. And the first question is, you're just in time. Has the black race become too loud and too proud?
Well, I don't even think there's a such thing. I mean, if you're proud of who you are, you should be able to express it as loud as you want. Now, the ratchet component, yeah, they're depicting us bad, but how many people subscribe to those channels that watch that ratchet shit? Because I
Let's
do.
say it. Say it.
It's entertaining.
Exactly, but that's what we want to see. That's what we're paying for. That's what's making millions to see it in another light, in other people's light, but we like the entertainment part of the ratchet perception that, oh, my mama on that type of shit. We like that. We want to see it. Want to see fighting or black people. Look at it. They're depicting them to just be bullies and brawlers, but that's what we paying for.
Okay. I am gonna hit you with the second question. Stay right there. Question number 2. Why is there so much hate for the black race?
Um, um, I don't want to think it's hate because it seems like everybody wants to be black, and all the races
Mhm.
want to emulate the style, the talk, the walk, the. So I don't know if it's much hate. Maybe it's much hate in the racist world, but the majority, I mean, black is the majority right now. They're scared then. Let's say if they're hating, then they're afraid.
Hmm.
Okay. Patsy, why is there so much hate for the black race?
You got to look at the people that are hating,
Ooh,
the people that have that racist attitude. Klansmen want to talk about all being pure white and this, that, and the third. I don't find most people are hating, and like they might be want to emulate, or if they're upset about something, they're upset for a reason with a particular person of color or just a couple of people or a set of family that might be in color, but in general, I don't think everybody's hating. I know I'm not.
All right. Timmy, why is there so much hate for the black race?
It ain't. Well, I think it's not really hate. Is this that they see us a certain way because of what their upbringing was. So a lot of them are just brainwashed by their elders that might have brainwashed them when they was younger. But I've seen a lot of people, Asian, white folks and whatnot. I've seen them embrace people once because when races is when the nationalities don't get to know about each other. That's when race comes into play, and then the envy of the creations that the creative things that we do, like Bird was saying, the style, the talk, the walk, and back then they was like, oh no, this can't be. That's not how it is. But now that we projected it out there in the public, they seeing it now. They want to be a part of it.
Uh, let's go to Robert next. Robert, why is there so much hate for the black race?
Maybe because from day one we was damn entertaining, so I'm gonna go with we're naturally gifted. That's why they're hating. They're trying to take, you might call it, steal
Mm-hmm.
from what we do, how we act, how we sound, how we live.
Sounds like they hate me because they ain't me. And Robert, where can they purchase a shirt with that on it?
Well, if you ain't hating, you will be participating and purchasing some of this hot merch on emporiumplus.org, where you will find fashions in Envy Forever, Adaptive Parish, Youth Serum, Still a Man, SOS Support Our Sisters, and Adaptive Parish Ladies First. I would like to say this too. For the viewers that's been watching us for over 2 years now, don't just watch us. It's costing you nothing to subscribe. It's free, absolutely free. Also, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button or the like button. We appreciate you.
Yes, yes. All right, Duchess, it's on you. Why is there so much hate for the black race?
Well, I mean, there's hate because people have to keep a system going. So if the system is that you're beneath me, there'll always be hate for you. But if you're even thriving and you're happy in the place that I've placed you, I really hate you because you should be broken. You should not be happy. You should not be jovial. You should not be shouting that you're black and you're proud. You should be head held low, weeping and throwing yourself to the ground. So we hate you because we try to break you when we can't.
Yes, yes.
So we can't stand you.
Sean, same
Man, Kiana,
question.
yeah, Kiana said it best. Um, but to add to what she said, um, they just don't want to see us advance beyond them. And that's any race other than us.
Okay. All right. Let's go to question number 3. Bert, you ready?
Yep. Yep.
All right. Are there any real advantages for Black people born in America?
Yes. There's advantages for everybody. I mean, just because you're black, has it been that way? I can't say, but I don't think so. But now in this day and age, there's many opportunities for anyone out here. Go get it.
James Brown also made a song, I don't want nobody to give me nothing. Open up the door and I'll get it for myself. I believe that's the title. I think it has a part 1 and part 2. So y'all go and check that out. Robert, are there any real advantages for Black people born in America?
Yeah, we're living in a different era. We might experience some of the bad from, the past still, but there's opportunities for Black people. You just got to find them and stay committed, on making it happen for you. We have opportunities out there, so it's better than it used to be.
Patsy, are there any real advantages for Black people born in America?
There are more advantages than what they used to be. Um, and stuff. You just gotta figure it out and seek where these opportunities are. And matter of fact, last week I was talking to one of the kids that been in the teen center last weekend because he was helping out a little bit um and going just about to graduate high school and um filling out paperwork for colleges and me and some of the other ladies that were in the group that I'm at, we were just telling them like just fill out all the applications. And I told them, if there's any scholarships you can look at the library, find out about that and look at especially the Copley libraries. Like speaking of which, I guess like this past Monday I guess they were doing a field trip to the Copley Library, so it was a good conversation, and I'm glad I was there when talking with him that day. Last week. It gave him an idea to kind of like look into it and prompting. It was an impromptu conversation, and it gave him an idea to think about. You just got to look for the opportunities to take advantage of. Not
Yeah,
in a bad way.
all right. I may currently be disappointed with the current leadership of this country, but I wouldn't want to live nowhere else. I was
Right.
born and raised in America, and I wouldn't want to reside nowhere else. Um, Timmy, same question. Are there any real advantages for Black people born in America?
Of course it is. Plenty. It's just about people taking that opportunity or getting that opportunity.
All right.
Sean, same question.
Excuse me. Yes, we just have to take advantage of all the things that were put in place for us, like affirmative action
Let's
and
go.
yeah, I know, right? But be just putting yourself out there and believing that you are equal to the rest of the world. and carrying yourself as such.
Okay.
The only advantage that you have is what you believe in yourself as.
And I would say we tend to follow what other people does. Today, that's what it is. Everybody's following what somebody else done did, and they figure, hey, this person did it. I can do it better. I'm gonna be even more ratchet. My stuff is gonna be bigger than that person. Now that there to me is like some barrel in the crab shit, the crab in the barrel, because you are trying to pull that person down so you can get up there or be better than them. You don't want that person to succeed. Why can't both of y'all be up there doing the same thing and pull some more up there with you instead of you wanting to be the top, you know?
All right. Duchess, same question. Are there any real advantages for Black people born in America?
I'm sorry, who was the question for? Me?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't hear my name. Um, Advantages, I wouldn't say that. I would say opportunities are better now than they were before. But as we see opportunities are trying to be um stolen from us, but
Right.
we will not take that lion down. We're not going back. And
Same.
every time we come to the goalpost, someone tries to change it for us. So again, we might have to. I have I don't want to say a meme, but I saw a picture of, we both have to go down the same road, but that person doesn't have to go over a road that has bombs, alligators,
Mm,
barbed wire, and
obstacles.
all these obstacles in front of us to get there. So of course they're gonna they had a hurdle, but their hurdle was to the left. So it wasn't even in front of them. It was a crazy picture. Maybe I'll add it to the thread later on so that you could see it. But I mean, again, time and time again, we show up to say, even with the obstacles that you put in front of us, we still come to the finish line, even though you keep moving the finish line from here to there to there to there to there back 1,000 yards. But
I
this,
agree.
How do they do it? They say,
Amen.
how do they keep coming back? How they keep
Hmm.
doing what they doing?
I agree. We start off running the 50-yard dash and it ends up being a mile. And we ain't even trained for that, but we still shine. We still complete the race. Uh I like,
Winning.
yes. All right, Kiana, we're gonna stay with you. Question number 4. Is it normal for members of the Black race to hate the Black race, members of the Black race?
is it normal? There's a system that's been placed in our midst to have, you know, that's why we still have the colorism. The light skin,
Mm-hmm.
blacks, and the dark skinned black people. We have put in place, because again, if we fight amongst ourselves, we won't really fight the enemy that's around us.
And fight
So
for
if
the
we're
cause.
fighting the battles against each other, we won't fight the war that's against us all.
Mm,
Does anybody notice Kiana is killing it tonight so far?
Yes, she's kind.
mm.
She's
Oh
came
my
out the
God.
corner swinging.
Welcome back, girl.
Right?
Welcome back.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, Timmy. Let's keep the momentum going. Question number 4: Is it normal for members of the Black race to hate their own?
If you ain't comfortable what you are doing, of course you're gonna hate on somebody else, especially if you ain't working as hard and putting that time and effort into, excel. You just looking back and wanting a handout, and this person's over here doing what he's supposed to be doing, and you figure because he's in position that he has to look out for you, but you haven't proven yourself, so you are upset with him, and you start talking about that person. Oh, he thinking he's somebody because he done got himself in position to be a boss, a leader, so you have envy because the ones who are envy, they want it handed to them. They don't want to work for it.
Okay, so guys, when you get a chance, you can check it out. Kiana just posted
Yeah, I've been saying
the
it.
meme that she was referring to. So you guys make sure you check that out when you get a chance. All right, we're gonna keep it going. We're gonna go to Patsy. Patsy, is it normal for members of the black race to hate their home?
Yeah, because they feel like one person is getting doing more than what they're doing, but if the same person that is hating and being envious on another black person, they're not putting in the work that the other person is doing. They put their work in. They went to school to did some training, went to a trade school and got to where they're at. They educated themselves. But the first person that's sitting on their butt being jealous and hateful and envious, what has that person done to better themselves, to get to where they want to do, and are they running after their dreams and goals in life for themselves? So they're not taking those opportunities and taking stuff for granted that we have in this country overall, especially within the black community. Take advantage of what you have. Stop complaining and do something.
All right, we're gonna go to Bird. Bird, you with us?
Yeah,
Is it normal for members of the black race to hate their own?
I would say to some it has become the norm. That is the norm. There is no love and spreading the love or spreading the fortune or spreading the fame. So no.
Huh? Sean, same question.
Um, I think so because we do it all the time. I mean, listen to the different categories that we have of ourselves: ratchet, ghetto, uppity, snooty. I mean, we classify ourselves amongst ourselves. So I don't know if we necessarily would call it racism, but we definitely have a dislike for certain things that are not that we may not think that we are.
I'm telling you, Sean, you and Bird, it's always you or Bird. Y'all always give like a segue to the next question. So I'm gonna stay with you. Question 5. Is it possible for Black Americans to be racist?
Hmm. Is it possible to be? Um, because of what the definition of racism is, um, they I was always told no. that it's not possible for Black people to be racist because I don't think to be racist, you have, from what I was taught, is that one believes that they are superior to another race. And I think we as a whole have never felt like that. We've never felt like that. I don't think we act like that. So that would be my answer is no.
That is the definition of racism, Sean. Yes, I'm looking it up as we speak. So,
Okay, thank you.
All right, we're gonna go to Kiana. Kiana, is it possible for Black Americans to be racist?
no, because the definition, as Sean stated, is to believe that one particular group, racial group is superior than and another group is inferior. So that being, I mean, I guess there could be some racist people, but we're more so prejudiced. People
Yes.
are prejudiced. There's a difference. So we don't have a whole system where we believe that people are inferior to us. I mean, they might not hold a cup of water to us, but we don't. I don't think that they're beneath me. I do think some people are beneath me, but they're not beneath me as a whole race. So no, the actual definition of racism is no. Prejudice, yes.
And can you do us the honor of giving us the definition of prejudice as well, so we can enlighten those that may not be certain of the definitions?
Okay, the definition of prejudice is an unfavorable opinion or feeling formed beforehand without knowledge or thought or reason, or any preconceived opinion of or feeling, either favorable or unfavorable. So basically, prejudice is more so feelings and opinions or attitudes. Could be hostile, could be because of racial, social um, grouping, but it's more so an attitude versus a system.
Okay, y'all gonna learn today. Bert, you still with us?
Yeah.
Is it is it possible for Black Americans to be racist?
Yes. And I say this yes, big and loud and clear because I guess I'm not living on the book definition of racist. I'm not looking on that. I'm looking at that. I just was taught racist is people that don't like another person because of their race. I didn't think it had anything to do with inferiority or better than somebody, but absolutely, Black people don't like white people or Asian people or even Haitian people or Africans, are looked down differently opposed to by the Black race. So, yes, I'm going on my definition of racist and not the book.
Patsy, is it possible for Americans, excuse me, Black Americans to be racist?
Not as a whole, but there are a few individuals that can be racist because of their opinions and prejudices. So I think being prejudiced and being racist often goes hand in hand. And yeah, that's how a lot of white people act. Is both hand in hand and they're working it together. So there are the Black Americans as a whole are more prejudiced, but there are a small percentage of Black Americans that are racist because of their prejudices. If that makes sense.
It makes great sense. Okay, Timmy, is it possible for Black Americans to be racist?
Is it possible? I think it's the individual. The individual is racism. That's where it comes from. And then they go and connect with other people who are just like them, and then they form a whole damn nation or a whole damn rally of people who like skinheads or the KKK. Those are the people I would call racist. Uh, you know, some of them would do business, get good to do business with and make money with or take the risk for them, but you're not their equal because they control things. They have the power to bring in drugs. They have the power with their money. They have the power to, pay off a damn state representative or senate or the judge or whatever, So, and they got them in their pocket by donations and whatnot. So, you know, it's just the individual that forms with a bunch of other idiots that have the same mind state.
All right, so Robert, I'm gonna give you a chance to answer question 5. Um, is it possible for Black Americans to be racist?
What a question. And everyone knows the answer. We ain't gonna beat around, but I'm just gonna tell you like this. It's possible. I'm gonna say, how do I put this? In society, there is a lot of racism. And by what I mean by society, I mean the Black community, the Chinese community, the white community, Latinos, and so on. Within those communities, you have your superior group of people that all clings together and kind of, you know, have to say about what's going on in that community. Then you have your inferiors that look towards those people and a little bit scared or have to follow their directions or else. So I'm gonna say yes, it's possible.
All right, I'm gonna answer this question too. So, is it possible? Yes. The reason why is it's smart behavior. So, you know, when you think a certain way, you behave a certain way. Attitude equals aptitude. So, you know, it, people are taught, it's preconditioning. See, like Bird says, it's not necessarily a book definition, it's the definition that you're given by your elders. And it's what you see play out around you. So, yes, Black people can become totally biased regarding other races' behavior, how they treat them. So they behave so in turn. So if a member of another race is treating me badly, then in defense, I'm going to treat you the way you treat me so that I can protect myself and pretty much prevent you or probably keep you from behaving that way again. So it's learned behavior, and then I think we just do it in defense of what's done to us. All right, let's move on to question 6. So, Sean, inquiring
Yes.
minds want to know, why is the Black race so angry and so aggressive?
Number of reasons, things that we've endured as a race, things that we endure in our personal lives. not professional lives. Um, it's just a number of things that can be deemed as we as a whole being angry, like making sure that no one is ever going to take advantage of us or try to mistreat us like our ancestors were.
Like it. Timmy, you with us?
Yeah.
Inquiring minds want to know, why are Black people so angry and so aggressive?
Like my man Flavor said, I got a right to be hostile. My people being persecuted. So with that there is just what it is. People are angry because they see and getting knowledge of things. These things that they are angry about, they've been knew about that was happening to them, is more now that they can read between the lines and see the whole truth of things now. So now people are more not gonna stand for the okey dokey stuff like they did before. People now more knowledgeable about what is being done to them and more to band together and stand up for what they know to be right for their rights and whatnot. So it, it's because of that they feel that. And whenever we stand up or we come together with not just us but other nationalities and come as a whole, like Optimus Prime, like Transformers, and we all come together, and they don't like that. They prefer us to be at each other's throat and no gathering and sharing information. Because unless you know about what these people are doing, you don't have no concern about what's going on behind your back.
Uh, let's go to Patsy. Inquiring minds want to know, why is the Black race so angry and so aggressive?
I think a lot of it has to do with being mistreated by um the white race, first throughout the history of slavery, and then after the Civil War. Is um no matter how much they try to move forward, they were always pushed down by um plantation owners and the white community, and the majority of the white community didn't want to see the Black community move ahead and go forward and get the same opportunities that the white community has. So they wanted to keep the Black community under their thumb and underfoot, so to speak, and then say, "Oh, they're not working hard." I would be pissed off too if someone kept telling me and my family or my group of friends that we're worth nothing, we're lazy, we're this, that, and the other. It's a lot of different little things that build up to a couple of big things. So yeah, that stirs up the anger in people.
All right, Bird, you still with us?
Yep.
All right. Inquiring minds want to know why are black people so angry and so aggressive?
I mean, they're tired. I mean, I don't think some of it is directly affected. We're tired of slavery. You wasn't a slave. Yeah, your family was, and get over it, if you ask me. But I mean, some people are still living in that time.
Right.
Down, and in the dirty, dirty part of the South, it's still you a boy, you a nigga. We'll still hang you somewhere. But the overall consensus, you wasn't a slave. Get over it.
Robert, you with us?
Yeah, excuse me. I'm ready.
Okay. Inquiring minds want to know why are black people so aggressive, so angry?
Who said we're angry? I mean, that depends on who you're speaking to. If it's just a certain type of race, I mean, who said we're angry and we're aggressive? I'm gonna tell you like this: Black people are expressing themselves. They want their voices to be heard. They want their ideas to be recognized. They want to excel. They want to accomplish their goals in life and a little get back.
All right. If you're just joining us, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's topic is Black Pride. And feel free to answer the existing question. I'm going to go to Kiana before we move to the next one. Kiana, inquiring minds want to know, why are Black people so aggressive and so angry?
So if injustice and mistreatment doesn't make you angry or aggressive, what do you stand for? What are you about?
All right, I'm a go call an audible because we got we're on question 7, but before that, I want to ask you guys this question. So did everybody see the feedback or hear of the feedback regarding Snoop Dogg's performance at the inauguration, and I guess the negative feedback was based upon something that Snoop stated in 2017, and he didn't stay true to form his so-called beliefs at that time, whereas his present behavior was concerned. I'm a let's go to Sean first. Sean, how'd you feel about Snoop's his comments in 2017 and then his follow-up in 2025?
Um, I can't remember. I remember what he said, but I can't. I'm gonna be real honest. I can't remember what Donald Trump was actually doing at the time when Snoop made his comments about, calling anyone a coon for going to, you know, perform for him at his inauguration and this, that, and the third. But fast forward to 2024, I've always felt that Snoop and other members of that generation's rap game were, friends with Donald Trump. So him performing at the inauguration, I wasn't surprised at it. Didn't even really care, to be honest with you. Um, and that's all I got on it.
Okay. Timmy, what are your views on this? How did you feel about Snoop performing for Donald Trump and them at his inauguration, based upon what he said prior to the performance.
Some I can understand those who would call him a sellout, right? I understand that, but they don't understand the logistics of why he did what he did. See, Snoop got a favor done for him. That favor came back when he had to perform for Trump at his inauguration. Snoop, Harry, the one that started Death Row, Snoop got him out. He fucking him. He fucking helped Harry get out. He politicked for Harry to get out. Now remember back, I told you what he did. He had Harry on the list as one of the people to be pardoned, right? Snoop Snoop sat down with him and he put him on the list, right? Snoop did a video where he had a lookalike Trump with a gun to his head and threw him in the trunk and whatnot. Somebody told Trump about that, and he said, fuck Harry. He was taking Harry off of the list. But then Snoop went and did a commercial and said something nice about Trump, and Trump he got back in Trump's good graces, and Harry got back on the list. So that's what that was about there. One hand washes the other.
Huh? Patsy,
Thank you for that, Jimmy.
you got anything to add to this? Do you know
No,
about
not
this?
really, because I'm not sure what the comment was back in 2017, and really, like, when it comes down to Trump's latest inauguration, I don't give a hoot about it.
Okay, that's fair. Bert, got any views on this?
No, I'm really not up to date on that.
Okay. Robert?
Could you tell me what was said in 2017?
Something based upon did he would never vote for him or in he wouldn't perform or do something along those lines, and then he turned around and he did a performance for the inauguration. So people was like that went against everything that he once stood for, and it was anti-black, so to speak. That was the rhetoric, the anti-black narrative. Go ahead, Robert.
Well, yeah, it don't surprise me because what's going on the internet right now, um, and I'm not gonna. This could be some allegedly. This is what's being said and what's being spreaded. Ray J is trying to not Ray J. What's his name? The ranter. Kanye West trying to get Diddy out through Trump, and what Snoop is doing right now is performing for Trump to be on his good side because allegedly they're saying Snoop is trying to bail out the so-called killer of Tupac Shakur. So I'm thinking, this dude's in jail talking, saying Snoop has something to do with it, and Snoop staying close to the president, doing him a favor. So hopefully, in time, he can to get out of free card, get out of free jail card. You know, that's what I'm thinking is going on right now. So I look at Snoop's doing something for Trump because he's going to need Trump later on down the line.
Kiana, got anything to add?
I mean, you have to look at his track record. He doesn't always follow up with the coming back for you. So I mean, he takes a crapshoot by supporting somebody who doesn't support us, and we have a right to not support him because he looks like a dancing coon. So I mean, when you stand for something, you either stand for it or you don't. You're either a hypocrite or you're not.
All right. So before we move on, I'm starting to hear some background TV. So whoever that is, could you please mute that? Let's go to question number 7. Kiana, I'm gonna stay with you. Uh, where would America be without the black race?
Still back in 1642 or whatever the hell they came over here for. We did everything. So they owe us everything. Our inventions that they stole, our labor that they've stole, our people who they've killed. They wouldn't be anywhere.
And they stole.
Well, that too. The land, the people, the ideas, the money that they've built on our backs, they wouldn't be anywhere. And they're still trash.
All right, Timmy. What would America be without the black race?
Do you think they can survive? Because
Patsy?
yeah, because my recollection is that uh, one can't survive without the other, and everybody is supposed to be one to uh, to take it. How they do when disasters happen. You got a bunch of people donating, giving food, giving clothes that they're no longer wearing, you know, giving money. That's what the living and is about. To me, it's about that's what this country was great on because of what they do to help other countries and give and bully and take over other countries or whatever. But that's what makes America great is that everybody comes together and do their part.
That's if you have equal participation. But if you have
Hmm.
somebody taking from others and calling it their own, then we're not great.
No.
Patsy, what would America be without the black race?
Barely non-existent as it is that we know as of today. Um, I don't think we would have half of what we have now if it wasn't for the black race. Um, and they're not being credited for a lot of the situations that we have going on now. So I think the people that need to acknowledge what the black race has contributed to this country and stop trying to be a Debbie Downer and put them beneath who they are as people. It's like, yeah, stop being a negative Nancy. That's it.
Robert?
I'm here.
What would America be without the black race?
Oh wow. Um, I don't know. That's a trick question because I can answer it one way. Would there be any white people without black people? Would there be any people here? I don't know how that's possible. Then on the other hand, I humor you. America without black people would be sort of like two shows. One halfway would be, I think, All in the Family, and the other would be the Hillbillies. You put those two together, fully more the Hillbillies and half of Archie, and that's what America would look like.
Okay. Bert, you still with us? Are you still with us?
Yeah.
Yes. I just had to
Okay.
turn the on and punch my phone in, and it's a lot to go through all of this shit, right?
Right?
Okay, the question is, what would America be without the black race?
I think there will be a lot of economic loss to the world. Our dollar's number one right now. Our black dollar is power. Whether it's our athletes, whether it's our, we just us in the communities, all these communities, we make these stores rich. We make businesses rich. We make brand name bullshit rich, right? So there will be a big economic loss. And again, the inventions that they couldn't steal because they weren't invented. So there's a lot to be lost. I don't know what it would be called, but don't know if it would be America or United States or whatever it would be.
Okay. Sean?
It would be a very bland cookie cutter society. They would eventually, I'm going to go out on a limb here. I think the other races would probably eventually genocide against each other or themselves, if you will, because they need to have the need of being superior to something.
I agree. Because if they didn't have us to hate on, what would they do? They would hate themselves.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
All right, let's go to question 8. Sean, is black skin a curse or a blessing?
I'm a blessing. You hear me? No, it's a blessing, and I can say that because that's what I've been all my life, and life has not been rough for me.
Mm-hmm.
Timmy, is black skin a curse or a blessing?
Definitely a blessing. Why else would you got so many other uh wanting to be tan, wanting to tan their skin to be darker? So for me, like Sean said, I've been black all my life, and I've been proud of it. And I didn't have it hard like my grandparents had it, so or my mother and uncles and them probably had it, so it's I'm just proud to be what God made me, what color, what I came to be. That's what it is.
Patsy, is black skin a curse or a blessing?
I feel it's a blessing because I have so many people that are my friends that are black. all different shades of black. Um, and look how I am on this show, where I'm the only white person amongst a bunch of
I see
black
you're white.
men. When you know,
Yeah, if I didn't know you, I wouldn't think you were.
right? So this my life. It's it's a blessing because my mother sent me and my siblings to camp, and that's how I met you guys, and we're still friends now today. So it's a blessing.
All right, we're gonna go to Robbie. Robbie, is black skin a curse or a blessing?
Black skin. Um, what's a blessing is beneath the skin. So I'll say it again to you. What is truly a blessing is beneath the skin. Um, being black, white, whatever colors you want to come up with, just color people all together in one box and confused. The blessing is the individual's soul, heart, spirit, whatever you want to call it, as they treat others and their self. That's the true blessing. So I'm not gonna go on. They want to get a tan, and I'm blocking them. Proud blessing. I'm gonna say the true blessing lies beneath that skin.
Duchess, you still with us?
Yes.
Is the black skin a curse or a blessing?
I mean, it would only be a curse if you made it a curse. You're not cursed because you have black skin. You can deem it as that and live your life as a cursed person. But no, it's not a curse. It's not a curse. It is a blessing. It's a blessing to have a, a to belong to a group that is all types of shades, and for the most part, even if we don't grow up together, we have a string of a similarity. Ooh, something is buzzing in my ear. um it to be in a group of people who basically, even like I said, we're not related, but we have some tie that keeps us together, and we can move as a people without even sometimes saying a word to each other. So that is a blessing.
Okay. I'm gonna stay with you, Kiana. And this is a long one.
Okay.
Question 9. According to James Baldwin, black people have learned to live with uh, racial trauma, both past and present, despite their inner emotional conflict. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree. I mean, we have a lot of, like I say many times, we have our emotional trauma has changed our DNA. So we have a lot to work through. But despite that, we still, for the most part, push through, despite all of that, to shine on multiple levels.
Huh? Bert, according to James Baldwin, black people have learned to live with their racial trauma, both past and present, despite their inner emotional conflict. Do you agree or disagree?
Who is James Baldwin?
James
He's a
Baldwin is a
poet and writer.
say it again.
He's a poet and writer.
Okay. Yeah, you got it.
Do you mean James Baldwin?
Yes.
Okay.
I thought you were talking about the actor.
No, I said
No.
James Baldwin.
I guess I don't know. Yeah, it makes sense the way you're saying it.
Okay. Robert,
Yeah.
according to James Baldwin, Black people have learned to live with racial trauma despite their inner emotional conflict. Do you agree or disagree?
Yeah, the way you say it, I agree. I mean, I agree that they learned how to live with their trauma. And yeah, I'm just going to agree.
Timmy, according to James Baldwin, Black people have learned to live with racial trauma despite their inner emotional conflict. Do you agree or disagree?
I don't know, because who the hell is he? Is he a goddamn psychiatrist, or do he do studies? He's just a
No, he was a
goddamn poet.
poet and a writer, Timmy.
He's a writer and a poet. But
Yeah.
goddamn, how the hell you doing? You ain't did no survey.
Uh, hold
He's
on.
a very
Has,
famous.
has he done a
He's like
survey
on
or
the wit
something?
list.
Yes, he has. He was a although he was a writer and a poet, he was also an
Uh,
activist as
oh,
well.
okay, okay,
He is
okay,
one of
okay,
our he's one of our black icons.
okay, okay.
Thank you, Sean.
I was waiting for one
All
that.
right, so okay, he's saying yes, that is true because you know you done you done experienced it, and you either get over it or you still dwell on it. The longer you dwell on it, the more problems you're gonna have. So it'd be easier to just deal with it and you know navigate through it.
Okay.
And
Sean,
see, I thank you, Sean, too, because I didn't know who the hell this dude was. Dude, I went off and I did the research, and you came straight in with it.
Sean, it's on you.
Um, in my belief, from what I can remember, when James Baldwin made that statement, it was based off of the fact of um, society, the white society wanted. He was explaining why it was that. Um, bear with me. I'm sorry. He was explaining how we've learned to deal with the trauma to where we don't hold white people responsible for what they've done to us. We felt like they, at the time, he said that that's what the times were then.
Hmm.
And so it was accepted. And what we do is that we're people of, and please somebody help me with this word, perseverance,
Yep,
and we
Hmm.
perseverance.
and we just move on.
Yeah. So let me add to this. So I agree. Um, I believe that the Black race has developed much needed coping skills. So, yes, it is an inner struggle every day, all day, to deal with, as I stated before, the deeply rooted biases of the Americas. So, because we was brought here and forced to live under their rules and their beliefs, yeah, we had no choice but to develop these coping skills so that we could not just coexist, survive. Because otherwise, they would exterminate all of us. They would have wiped us out.
I don't know about
Can I
you,
add to
Dave.
that also? I mean, because of the times, we have never been a people who've been given time to self-reflect and heal.
Mhm.
That's not the position that we've had in the past.
Mm-hmm.
We are
Correct. Yep.
enough now that we can do some healing, but we still got a lot of work to do. We're still fighting. We're still fighting at this very time. So like,
Yes.
how can you, we've had to compartmentalize
Heal
our
from what?
pain and suffering and move forward to push and fight, and maybe someday we'll get the time to exhale, but we're so busy breathing, we can't worry about our pain and trauma.
I agree. Well said. Well said.
Mhm.
All
Yeah, I
right.
wasn't born here. I was already here, goddamn. I don't know about you. I was here.
I was
I
referring
was
to.
born here.
I was
I
referring.
wasn't born here.
All right. Question 10. Sounds like you're eager to answer the next question. Timmy, what is the foundation of Black power?
Foundation of Black Power is unity and togetherness, and the power is is when we all come together and stand as one. That is Black power. With the Black Panthers, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, he, Marcus Garvey, uh, even the Minister Farrakhan, even Elijah Muhammad. All these cats were leaders. They all stood for something, and they they tried to rally, not try, they rallied people and to march with them to, to stand for something. So for me, I give praise to those cat, all those that you know did what they did to pave the way, so we wouldn't live in their times that of need and going through segregation and all that. So they paved the way, and we're living off of the benefits the way that they paved. But it's still we got partially wait, it's like a pavement, right? You the pavement's only paved so far, but now you got to get more pavement down to continue. And the leaders of yesterday done that. So the leaders of today is supposed to continue it and until they get to the light.
Well said. Well said. Patsy, what do you think the foundation of Black power is?
Being unified and being open to learning something new that you did not know about the history of equality as far as the Black community, and bringing us forward to where we are today. So this way we don't have to um deal deal with as much racism as there was once was, no matter if it's going to school or being in the military or just different areas of uh, non non quality non equality in certain parts of this country, certain parts of areas in this country, such as schools and military jobs and stuff like this, so that way we could, if we know where a group of either certain individuals or a group of individuals in certain different areas, you that knowledge and that break will is going to be um what you're standing strong on. You can't build a house on sand because it'll fall. You gotta make sure you have a good foundation.
Okay, like it. Like the metaphor. Bird, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you believe the foundation of Black Power is?
I don't know, man. I'm at a loss. Money is power.
Okay. I mean, you've been saying all night, the black dollar is power.
Power, powerful, more powerful than we can imagine.
Okay. Brimage, you ready?
Yes.
Okay. What's the foundation of Black Power?
The true foundation of a black power. I would say you need a black government. Black government, black people in place of making decisions for black people. You need
Black
to
bank.
have black owned businesses, black schools, black just a black community and another black community and another one, and and be strong and you help each other out, unity, and that's black power.
Okay. Duchess, you ready?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's the foundation of Black Power?
One of the nephews said
The
something.
the foundation of Black Power is unity, to unify, to have a common agenda, and to even if with disagreements, to come together and push and pull ourselves forward for the future and for the next generations.
Sean, what's the foundation of Black Power?
Kiana and Bird hit right on it. Economics, um, self-determination, coming together on one accord. Um, I mean, I always say it in each one of our podcasts. Once we come together, we'll be something to reckon with.
I agree.
Let's go to question 11. Okay, we're going to go to Patsy first. Patsy, what do you think about this term? Black is beautiful. Is it a declaration or an affirmation?
Um, it can be both, I think. Both a declaration because and an affirmation, because if you affirm yourself, you're declaring yourself a beautiful person.
Say less. Timmy, same question. Is the term Black is beautiful a declaration or an affirmation?
It's both. It's both. But it's the individual because you don't it don't it's on the inside. What your the beauty is inside, which would be your heart and your caring and wanting to help someone. That's the beauty inside. So the outside beauty doesn't make any difference. It's the beauty that comes from the within and how you portray yourself and show love to others and willing to help others that's not as fortunate that you are. So that's what I think it is, really, to me.
All right, well said, well said. Robert, you ready?
Yes.
What does the term Black is beautiful mean to you? Is it a declaration or an affirmation?
Say to yourself every morning you feel you're black and you're beautiful. It's uplifting. Um, I can also say it's in the eye of the beholder. Um, if someone sees black being beautiful, I guess it's beautiful, but it's also a cultural movement. So, yeah, black can be beauty depending on how it's displayed.
Bird, you ready?
I think he left.
Okay.
You got
Sean,
kicked out.
what does the term Black is beautiful mean to you? Is it a declaration or an affirmation?
It's both. Because to me, I declare that I'm a black beautiful man, and I affirm that I am because it's a statement that I believe in.
Okay. All right, beloved Duchess, it's on you. What does the term Black is beautiful mean to you? Is it a declaration or an affirmation?
It is both. In a world that tries to tell us that we are not beautiful, we declare it. And every day going in this world, it tries to chip at you. So you affirm yourself that I am beautiful and nobody can take that away from me.
Okay, my people, let's have a little bit of call and response. We're going to have a little bit of church right now. And I need you to say this with your chest. Timmy, are you ready?
Yep.
Sean, are you ready?
Born and ready.
Robert, are you ready?
So you have it.
Patsy, are you ready?
Sure enough, born ready.
Duchess, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud.
I'm black and I'm
proud.
Black on black.
One more time for the bleacher seats. Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud.
I'm black and I'm
And I'm
proud.
Too
proud.
strong.
Proud.
Rest in
Yes,
peace,
sir.
Godfather. Thank you, James Brown.